Hello, beautiful people. Long time no see. I decided to go back on track because I failed hard. I failed my journey totally since February when I had my first year anniversary carnivore, feeling good, having 62 kg at the time, which was basically very low. I haven't been that low, I think, since I was 16. And then I don't know what actually happened, to be honest. It was just life. It was just so many things in life happening in my job and private life. And I just started spiraling into very bad eating habits. And I started eating crap all day long. And I gained a lot of weight. I gained actually 8 kg, not even in 4 or 5, around about 5 months. So I resetted my whole journey 2 days ago. I had a 48-day fast, but not a 100% fast. I had still coffee, one coffee with milk, and I had some kefir in the evening on one day, and the second day I had just one coffee with added milk at lunchtime, and that was it. But it's not about the fasting part, it was more about solid food and getting back on track, just not eating constantly. So that was my actual goal, not the fasting part. So don't be mad about the fasting part. Fasting is really nothing at all. Eating nothing at all, sometimes even water fast, is one of the hardest things to do. But I feel very dizzy just fasting at all because my blood sugar is dropping. I think it's called blood sugar. The ones you, but yeah, it's called blood sugar. So I try just to focus on not having solid foods, not eating constantly, not snacking constantly. So this is just my 2 day reset that I had. And I broke my fast now with some ground beef, some goat cheese, and some filet steak. And then I had, so for dessert, I had some yogurt with mascarpone and leftover protein puddings that I have just to not waste it. And that was it. It's still not good, but I ate basically sweet stuff, snacking all the time. So I'm starting my journey that I did for 1 year perfectly and great. I'm starting over. Um, and it's not that easy, but we started today also with a sports day, my son and I. So we've been bouldering, like climbing, then we've been playing tennis, then my son cooked some orange chicken. Oh yeah, I had the orange chicken as well because he cooked it for me, but he did it with honey actually. And that's it. So I'm trying to do one meal a day, trying to go back at 100% carnivore because that's just what's good for me when it comes to the weight part. But it wasn't good for me at the time when I was not healthy mentally, just had a lot of stress, didn't sleep well, and then I was just sugar craving all the time. And I've been actually to therapy. So it's not about just stop eating or you know what's good for you, just do it. If it's that easy, then everybody will just look like top models and having six packs all around the globe because oh my god, that's so easy. It's just not. We have lives. And I can tell you, just having now 4 days off from my normal work, going to work every day, having a stressful day, and coming home and then go to bring my son to his training, and then I come home and I'm just exhausted because my whole day was just packed with doing something that's not for me. And having 4 days off and I can really focus on my health or my sport or my food, that's easy. And when I was self-employed, that's freaking easy. It is. It just is. Even if I work 24/7, it doesn't matter because I still was self-employed and I can handle my stress levels differently, not better, but differently. And I had just more time to focus on myself because I didn't have to be surrounded by a lot of people with a lot of needs. I don't know how to explain it differently, but that was for me my journey. So just having 4 days off from a normal work, it's very easy for me also to fast or just not to eat solid food in that when it matters to that. Then because when I'm waking up at 4, I'm starving at 10 because my brain just uses all my energy at work, and that's the issues that I'm trying just for years and years to figure out how to handle that. And I've been actually to psychotherapy. I've taken medication as well. I've been to therapy for OCD because that's also an issue that I'm having, which is really bad because it also applies to food. I have to finish it when I start it, and it's just something that I'm trying to work on, and it's not that easy because it's one of the things that's very hard to work with when you have it. So I'm just trying to figure out how to handle my stress levels and my OCD stuff, and just yeah, it's hard because I can tell you one thing with the OCD that I'm having, it's easy because at work I'm just when I'm focused on something, I finish it. But when it comes to food, it's very bad because then I focus on it and I'm gonna finish it, and I can't I just can't find a really good way to handle it, even for years working with professionals and even some voodoo doo people. I don't know how to explain it because they're doing stuff. I had even what is it called? Who talks to ghosts. I had normal doctors. I had basically everything, just trying to figure out what to do when it comes to food. Because one thing we realized in therapy, which is also very interesting, I didn't see it that way, it's that I'm self-sabotaging myself, because when everything is perfect, then I start spiraling in a wrong direction and just I'm sabotaging myself. And I saw that also with my journey in carnivore, because in February, before February, actually, before my 1 year anniversary, everything was just going amazing when it comes to my food and my body. I was on the right track at some point, and then just some private things happen, and I let that also interfere with my whole journey, and that's so bad. And I was devastated. And 2 days ago, I stepped on the scale and it was 70 kg back. 70. That was crazy. I didn't see that for a long time, like that high. It was 8 kg, and it was just, I didn't feel myself anymore. And I can see it on my face very fast because my face is just having breakouts and I'm just swollen, and I'm just not myself when I look in a mirror. And that's basically what clicked in that moment, but it doesn't mean that it clicks now for the rest of my life. It's just clicking now, and maybe in 2 weeks or 2 days or 2 hours it will change again. This is a little bit a problem what most people are suffering with. I talk now to so many people with different health journeys. I also talked with a lot of influencers with millions of fans who are doing bodybuilding stuff, and I know how fast they also have these breakdowns, because you have to imagine all these influencers you maybe see on YouTube, they're doing it for a living. They're eating that way for a living. It's different. When I go to work, I'm passionate about the stuff that I'm doing. I work in IT, I work now in cybersecurity. I'm passionate about the topics, talking to the people, just focusing on that, reading about it, and because that's my job. And that's the thing. If my job is fitness and food and doing YouTube about carnivore, and that's not my job, I'm just doing it because that's how I got introduced to a lot of people who motivated me to improve my health the whole year when I was doing it, until I just had a little bit of a breakdown and I'm just having to start over. That it's just different. It is because, yeah, if it would be my job, I would just have a different focus on it, especially on sport. So I'm trying to figure out how to put myself more into this sport stuff, because I can see it with my son. We started going to the gym and he was so passionate about it, and just feeling the muscles growing, and then he started taekwondo and he's so passionate about it, and He comes from school, he just starts training. He wants to go to the training. Even if I'm lazy, he said, oh, we're gonna go. I need to go, drive me there. I'm gonna drive myself. And I'm so happy. This is something that started motivating me, because when I see my 12-year-old just being passionate about sports and about his fitness, that was something that inspired me, actually. So sometimes I have the feeling that what I'm missing is somebody that inspires me, that I don't have to be the inspiring person. I need to be inspired. And just having some online people watching on YouTube, that I maybe feel inspired by, this is not enough. I need somebody that is physically there to be inspired. So I wrote down a lot of ideas what to do sport wise, and just figure out what I can be passionate about, because the problem was with my disc prolapse, and it's getting the pain is just really bad, and the stuff that I'm passionate about, I can't do it anymore. And it was always fighting, it was always Muay Thai, it was Krav Maga, it was all the boxing, kickboxing stuff, and I just can't do it. Every time I'm doing it, it hurts like hell. And even today, just having the boulder, just the climbing, and just jumping off the wall, it just hurt so much. And I had to take some hard pain mats, and it's just a circle. And I'm doing all my even my cousin is a physical therapist, so I know what to do, and I'm doing it every day for years, doing the physical therapy things, and it helps me through the day, but it's still, the pain is always there. So this is a little bit of a struggle. Then with my MS, it's going up and down, up and down. So sometimes I'm struggling still with what is left of the last seizures that I had with my eyes and my hands. And sometimes they come back, and sometimes I'm better. So, life is not always a straight line, and we can complain about everything that's going on. I think it's more important now for me to focus on what can I do when I'm actually the worst, and I've been the worst, and being honest about it, because that's something also I realized so many people struggle with, being honest when they fail, because failing hurts. It hurts. It really hurts me that I failed so hard, because I promised myself something. It's not about other people or something, it's about myself. I promised to be better than that. And I couldn't manage it. I just couldn't. So I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm sad that I did that. And this is what I'm trying to focus on. So I'm trying to get back on track, and also trying to get back on track, also sharing it, just to be a little bit more motivated again, and have you guys also motivate me. I always been carnivore, also the 6 months, like 70% always of my daily ingredients were animal based or meat, but the rest of it, the 30%, was just crap. So I'm not completely off, I would say, and I'm 100% believer into that, because even the 48 hours of fasting, it helped my improve my face just immediately. I had a complete breakout. Now my skin is getting a little bit better. You see, I had the breakouts, and it's just getting less and less and less. So yeah, and my stomach was also a little bit improving. So yeah, it's just a journey, and I hope you're doing better. I hope that yeah, you did a better job than I did. I would love to hear from you guys, how your journeys went, because we didn't hear from each other now for a long time, and happy to hear from you again. So have an amazing day, and amazing Sunday tomorrow, and love to hear from you. Bye.